Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here, I really do appreciate it. So we're going to be talking about the upcoming home invasion horror series called The Strangers. Part 1 is due to come out on May the 17th. This movie looks all kinds of great. It's like a soft reboot to the 2008 movie. And we're going to be talking about the marketing surrounding this movie because the marketing is insane. This kind of interactive horror marketing I think is great. It's such an amazing way to get the word out about this movie. And also, once part 2 and part 3 of this 3-part kind of horror series comes out, they're talking about a 4.5 hour supercut of all 3 movies mixed together, which is going to be all kinds of incredible if they go ahead with that. But anyway, let's jump into this article. Let's find out what's going on with this series of movies. So this article comes to us from Comic Flick News. The Strangers marketing sees the characters showing up across the US, and a 4.5 hour mega cut of the movies is planned. Yeah, so this is really cool. These characters from the actual movie, you can see here, these are the people that do the home invasions within the movie, like the masked people. They're showing up across the US in random places, and this kind of interactive horror marketing is really, really cool. So, Lionsgate marketing blitz, The Strangers spotted nationwide. Lionsgate is preparing for the theatrical release of The Strangers Chapter 1 on May 17th. They're ramping up their promotional efforts this month. So across the country, sightings of the franchise's 3 masked slashers, Pin-Up Girl, Dollface, and the Man in the Mask, have been captured by home security cameras. That's all the more creepy. Could you even imagine? You go down to check your camera in the morning and you see these 3 masked people turning up outside your house or outside your business. I mean, that would be all kinds of creepy. So, videos and images documenting these eerie encounters have been surfacing on platforms like TikTok, Twitter, and even Nextdoor. One particularly unsettling doorbell cam video. By the way, we are going to check out these CCTV videos in just a sec, guys. Allegedly shows a roommate being followed home by the masked trio earlier this month. Another clip captures them lurking outside a gas station, pausing to gaze directly into the security camera. That's so creepy. But yeah, absolutely fantastic type of advertising for this movie. I wish more movies would do this type of advertisement where there's actually this kind of engagement with the public, like a real life engagement. It's such a, like, interactive marketing is fantastic. I love it. So The Strangers also made an appearance outside the Manhattan criminal courthouse, described by one Twitter user as a strange, slightly unsettling scene. Additional sightings have been reported at various locations. In New York, that was in mid-February, Seattle, end of February, Austin, South by Southwest, which is a movie festival, that was in early March, Las Vegas in April, Coachella in April, Stagecoach in April, and Los Angeles in May. You never know where they might show up next. Yeah, could you imagine you're just chilling out and, you know, just minding your own business, you know, getting a coffee, sitting at the beach, whatever you may be doing, and these three masked strangers here randomly turn up and start like staring you down or chasing you or following you. I would shit my pants. But it would definitely make me remember the experience, and due to that I would remember the movie as well. And yeah, I think it's just creepy as hell. So guys, we have the actual Twitter post here where it shows the CCTV footage of the masked people here, which is really cool. So let's check this out because this looks really awesome. So, going over here onto Twitter or X. So, if we go onto here, we can see this footage here. You can see the strangers here appearing on CCTV. You see them at a gas station here. And you can see them kind of just walking across the courtyard. And then they kind of stop and stare into the CCTV, which is all just kinds of creepy. There you go, guys. You can see them just there, staring into the camera. And it looks like a scene from the actual movie as well. It looks so good. Imagine seeing that on camera. Let's check that out again. So let's just go along. And so yeah, there we have it. So you got the 3 masked people here. Pin-Up Girl, Sackhead, and whatever the other one was called. I forgot the other name. But yeah, so the strangers were spotted on a gas station security camera. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This kind of marketing is so inventive and creative. And I really enjoy seeing, you know, movies and studios doing this kind of marketing. I think it's great. So let's go on to the next one. So if we scroll down, from discussing film, the strangers have been spotted on house cameras across the country. So let's go on to this one. So if we check this one out, This guy's being chased. Did you see that? Look, the guy comes flying around the corner, and then the three strangers are kind of following behind him. Yeah, that's really freaky. My roommate was followed home last night. Just goes chasing around the corner. Guys, I'm not being an idiot. I know that these videos are probably staged. It's all marketing. I get the fact that they're staged and they're acted out, and I know all that kind of stuff. But still, I think this marketing is still fun, even though it's acted out. They wouldn't do it for real, because if these masked strangers were showing up like this, chasing people, you know, that's, you know, arrestable offenses, you know, stalking people and all this kind of stuff. So obviously this is acted out and scripted, I get that. But still, it doesn't take away from the fact that this kind of marketing is really inventive and really creative. Outside the Manhattan courthouse to show support for their daddy. Hashtag Trump trial. So they showed up at the Trump trial. What the hell? They were just stood here behind the barriers. Look how creepy this image looks. Man, that looks creepy as hell. See, obviously this is staged and scripted. There's no way that those three could stand there looking like that, in broad daylight, outside a courthouse, surrounded by police and security. Police and security would be all over these people, thinking that they're terrorists or something. So there's no way that they could do this without letting the police know ahead of time. But still, it's creepy as hell. And it really does get my anticipation and hype up for this movie, seeing this kind of stuff, because it looks great. And it looks creepy as hell. So, strange, slightly unsettling scene today outside the Manhattan Criminal Court. It's the same image again, but obviously zoomed out. We can see here, we can see the strangers just stood here. And as I say, you know, there's like barriers and there's police and security. They're at a courthouse. It's obviously scripted and staged, but that doesn't take away from the, you know, the kind of creepiness of it. But we can see him just here. And there's a guy to the left as well, just chilling out. He doesn't seem to mind the fact that he stood next to the strangers. But yeah, guys, so that's some of the images and videos there of kind of the creative marketing of the masked people here, which is really, really awesome. Don't miss out on the chilling continuation of the iconic franchise, coming soon to a theatre near you. So, guys, we've got some more pictures and posters down here to look at, which is really awesome. So, we've got the strangers here. They seem to be at some sort of amusement park. I have no idea where this is. It's obviously somewhere in the States. Guys, I'm sure that some of you out there probably know where this is. I apologize, I'm not American, I'm not from the States, so I'm not familiar with this fairground here. Some of you probably know instantly where this is. California, perhaps, maybe. But again, we have the strangers just kind of chilling out, obviously observing the people from inside this building. Then we go down, main stage. So we have the strangers again, chilling out here. It looks like they're at some sort of festival or some sort. Yeah, the great thing is, these costumes are so simple. It's literally like raggedy clothes and some masks. So you could pretty much get anybody to wear these masks and these costumes and portray these characters. So that's one of the benefits to making these costumes so simple. Another thing that adds to the creepiness is the fact that, you know, these costumes are simple. That's what makes them creepy. So go down. We're in Las Vegas now, and we have the strangers again in Las Vegas. This is super cool. Imagine turning up to Las Vegas expecting to have a good time, only to be chased down the street by these guys. But yeah, really, really cool. So they're definitely making their way around the nation, around the US, which is cool. Then we get one from Austin. Again, in front of this kind of graffitied wall here from Austin, Texas. The strangers here, really, really awesome. I love the costumes, I really do. The sackhead guy, really like him. Pinhead girl, pin-up girl, like her as well. I'm not so sure on the other one. It's okay, but these two are my favorite. So, a 4.5 hour mega cut of all three movies are planned. This would be insane. To go and watch all three movies back to back for 4.5 hours would be amazing. So, the project originally began as one massive script before being split up into 3 feature films. But could we ever see the new trilogy united once more in a big-ass supercut? Speaking with Variety, the aforementioned piece that went up today, both Lionsgate executive Gilbert Abode and Rennie Harlin suggested the idea is being actively explored. Abode tells the site, when asked about the 4.5 hour director's cut, there is some version of this that we've discussed at a high level that we'd like to see at some point. So, director Rennie Harlin chimes in, it's in our heads. This is definitely what we want to do. We want to cut together the full arc. Yeah, absolutely makes sense. You got part 1, part 2, and part 3. If each part sequentially takes part straight after the previous part, so you have the end of part 1, and then if part 2 begins straight after part 1 in terms of the timeline, then absolutely you can cut them together and make a mega kind of cut of 4.5 hours, which would be great. We know exactly how we want to do it. Then we'll create a movie and see who those diehard fans who will come to see the movie and theatre for 4.5 hours. He adds, I don't know if we need to have an intermission so people can get some food and go to the bathroom. Absolutely. If you have 4.5 hour movie, of course you need to have an intermission in there at some point. But I definitely want to have that event and see if people take 4.5 hours of dread and fear and terror and despair. Yeah, there would definitely be no doubt about it. If you put on a special event, have a special event dedicated to The Strangers Part 1, Part 2 and Part 3. You made a special night of it. The theatre ushers, you got them to dress up as the characters. You kind of themed out the movie theatre as well. Absolutely people would turn up for this and they would pay good money for it as well. I know they would. So we have the official posters as well. We're finished on this, guys. So we've got Sackhead here. I'm going to call him Sackhead. I think he's called the Man in the Mask, but I prefer calling him Sackhead because it looks like a potato sack on his head. But yeah, I think this, like I said, is so simple. It's basically a sack with 2 holes cut out of it, but it looks creepy as hell, and I love it. So, Sackhead, Pin-Up Girl. Pin-Up Girl looks awesome. Just that kind of cheesy, kind of 1950s, 1960s kind of pin-up face mask kind of look. Then we have this kind of like baby-looking face, almost like a doll, baby doll kind of face, kind of creepy as well. But yeah, that's the 3 posters that we have, and that's kind of where we are, guys. So I just wanted to kind of talk about the marketing a bit and the kind of the 4.5 hour mega cut idea. I'm not sure if they're going ahead with that yet, but I'm sure details will be released if they do decide to go ahead with it. But yeah, I think the marketing's cool. There's more movies that need to do this kind of interactive marketing with the public. I think it's great. It gets people talking, the anticipation and buzz, and this kind of thing goes viral on social media as well, which is what marketing is all about these days. But guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. You saw this marketing. Do you think this marketing is good? Do you think it's kind of trashy and not good? You know, whatever your thoughts are about this marketing and this movie and the supercut as well, pop it down in the comment section, guys. I can't wait to see what you have to say about this. Thank you, as always, for joining me as we talk some movie news. If you do want more, make sure you hit that like and subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next one.